Good morning. Good
Hi,
afternoon,
everybody.
friends. So good to be here with you again. We are here for another weekly update to tell you what's been going on with the Thank You Plant Medicine campaign.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Jonathan.
We're here in Costa Rica.
Beautiful
And
Saturday.
John, would you mind sharing to our viewers what is this Thank You Plant Medicine campaign?
Okay. Pretty simple. Our goal is to get to 100,000 healing stories on February 20th, 2020. And the healing stories that we hope to bring to light are based on entheogenic plant medicines. So healing stories from iboga, healing stories from magic mushrooms, healing stories also from psychedelics that have a therapeutic potential like LSD and MDMA, wachuma, San Pedro, which is San Pedro, peyote. So really, we want to unite the communities around the world for one day and all, come up with the transformation that we received and spread the truth in that way. So that's the campaign.
So if you've been healed by one of these medicines, please, February 20th, 2020, join us for this grand coming out day. We also have a group on Facebook. Thank you, Plant
Medicine Community.
If you're interested to join the conversation, join the strategizing. I also want to say a very special thank you to our 190 volunteers who have been helping us research, reach out, and really bring this to life from all around the world. Thank you so much for helping us, for being a part of this. Super exciting. Hey, if you're watching, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Where are you watching from? This is very interesting to know. So, we got a smiley face here from Nikki Fernandez.
Hi,
Nick.
Africa.
One of our leaders. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nikki,
for joining us today and for being a key part of this campaign. So, without any further ado, John, we have a very special guest today. Let's bring in our friend, Pieter.
Hello, guys.
Good morning, Pieter.
Hi, Pieter.
Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Steven here. It's good. Good.
So, Pieter, you've had quite a story with plant medicine, and you've gotten yourself involved in this campaign. You're part of the documentary team. Can you tell us a little bit about your own life and how plant medicine came into it, and how you found yourself in this, just involved so wholeheartedly in this campaign?
Well, for sure. That's the reason I'm here. Huh? So, actually, when I was 27, I was quite a normal guy. I was a sport teacher, teaching actually in a special needs school in Belgium. So now I'm broadcasting from Holland. And when I was 28, my first son, he was 1 year old back then, he got a Ewing sarcoma. It means it's some form of bone tumor. It's a heavy form of bone tumor. Only 2% of the bone tumors are Ewing sarcomas. And he was 1 year old. And at that moment, you get actually no choice but to start chemo treatment and radiation, all formed into a protocol. At that time, it was the Euro-Ewing 2008 protocol. That means that we gave him around 160 chemobags and 33 radiations. 60 times he went under narcosis, all during his first and second year. It's of course it's a choice that you make as a parent. You parent to do these things. It's almost some form of torture what you're doing, but you think it's the best way to go forward. Because everybody is saying it, and but people do not realize what guilt feeling that brings for a parent that has to hold the child and to give him these treatments. He went to zero white blood cells for 15 times. It means that he had not at all any resistance towards disease or anything. So he was constantly very, very ill. He had burned wounds and so on. So that's what happened with my first son, and it made me change my life. It made me actually willing to help all others, and I was quite easily addicted back then. Um, so when he was sick, I was drinking a lot. I was helping people too much. I mean, other parents with severely sick children. I felt the responsibility towards them while I was forgetting my own family. And I supported like that 154 families in Belgium. So 2016, I did the first plant medicine, the ayahuasca retreat. It was very strong. After that ayahuasca ceremony, I could look my son in the eyes again. I could hug him again. I could really um, see that he was worth more than his limits. Since because of the chemo and the radiation, he had so many side effects, late side effects that it was for me difficult to look at him, especially as a sport teacher. So the plant medicine helped me a lot. Also, the cambo I did in combination with the ayahuasca and the other plant medicines helped me a lot to get in balance again. And it completely changed my life. I'm not a sport teacher now anymore. So I'm doing different things. Yeah.
What a
Wow,
beautiful story. Wow.
wow,
Yeah.
Peter. And I have a question for you, Peter. Like, we are all in helping out the campaign because we want these kind of modalities to be destigmatized. This is one reason, but is there another reason for you that you are part of the campaign? Like, can you tell us a little bit more how you joined us and why you think it's important what we are doing together with you? So maybe you can detail that.
Well, I believe it's crucial that people have access to the plant medicine, especially when they are traumatized or they have these internal blockades that prevent them from being themselves. So that's why I also worked with parents with severely sick children, and there is a few of them that I dared to talk to about the plant medicine. And actually, we went together to ceremonies, and I saw them completely change. So the problem is that we as parents, but not only parents, we as individuals, we often don't dare to go against the law. It's still forbidden in Belgium to to go to an ayahuasca ceremony, and it's not fair because it's a natural way of healing. Besides that, I'm giving my son THC drops, just one per day, to be able to sleep because he's being radiated in his back, and he cannot sleep properly. So with these drops, he can sleep. So what is one drop of nature compared to all these chemicals he got? And besides that, I'm actually a criminal doing that. So the society is making me a criminal as a father while I'm just giving him one drop of nature that makes him able to sleep in the night. So that's why I believe that this hashtag Thank You Plant Medicine is very important, and you guys are doing a very important job by that, to make people aware that actually it is not that dangerous, or it's not that it shouldn't be illegal in specific places. It should be legal, and we should actually have a framework for that that helps us, like going to the right people in the right system, with the right guiding, with psychologists, maybe a doctor that even knows about it, and that can help you in this process. Um, so it's a professional setting, and we are not going underground. We don't need to be afraid to actually help ourselves with the guilt feeling that we create when that we actually create ourselves when we make a decision, for example, of giving our baby child or our child chemo radiation. That's from me. Of course, other people have other struggles, but for me, it was really this. And without the plant medicine, I would have probably killed myself in guilt.
Wow.
And so that's why I help you guys. I hope it does something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think both Dave and I, and your story is extremely powerful story. We feel that this is the story of everybody, that is part of this campaign. There is a sensation that there's so many people have been helped, and they, as your situation or other people's situation, you cannot. It's illegal to talk about it openly sometimes in some locations, some places, and this is also why we feel it's so important to be able to talk about it, show it, present it in the right way, in the way that is, for most people, is the true way, which is from the healing perspective. So I completely resonate with you, and I'm extremely grateful for you to come up today and tell for a short part of the story. So thank you so much.
Well, with
Yeah.
pleasure, guys.
Thank you very much, Pieter, for your courage to speak out about it. And I know you told us that you spoke out on television about how this cannabis oil had helped your son, and thanks for your courage. It takes people like you to really step up out of the comfort zone and speak the truth for the whole tide to start changing. So
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because when I think about it now, they didn't put me in jail, but I said it in the on the documentary in Belgium about the cannabis oil, that I gave it to my son, and I told the doctor, that was to the filmmakers, I told them, doctor, please tell in the camera that when they want to put me in jail, that you will join me. And he did that because he also believed, his pain doctor, the specialist in pain, he believed that it's like bullshit, that it's not permitted to give this cannabis oil, for example, to children. And that means that it's also bullshit that we cannot have plant medicines within a good framework, and we should have like really nice locations where people can do that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting that this is happening around the world, but it's happening underground. Naturally, we are doing it already. So we like I personally envision a world where this is incorporated and not rejected, and we feel that that's what we hope to achieve. Basically, that's what we hope to achieve.
Yeah,
All of
that's
us.
it.
all right,
Right.
well, thank you, Pieter. Thank you so much for joining us, and
Thank you
have a
very
good
much.
rest of your day.
Thank you, guys.
Have
Enjoy.
a great weekend.
Same.
Bye.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
I'm so emotional.
yeah, I feel really proud of this that we're doing when you hear a story like that, because it's just so important for awareness to be raised on this kind of subject, right?
Yeah.
If you have your child suffering, you should be entitled to all the options available to help them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
John, we've had a kind of a crazy week.
Yeah.
We have a couple big organizations that are starting to back us. One of which we're finalizing the signing of the documentation to make sure
The language is
the
correct.
framework is in place. But a big organization has come on; they're willing to back us completely, and we also have the partnership now of the One Heart Foundation.
Yeah, One Heart Journeys.
One Heart Journeys.
They're helping us out with strategy, and this is a group of that are working with high executives and leaders in transforming and making a better world through the work with plant medicine. So their aspect is transformation, or personal transformation, that then can create transformation in big organizations and then societal organization. It's fantastic people, and most they come from the high tech kind of industries, and it's been a key. They're going to be a key play a key role in making this campaign a success. So extremely grateful for that. We also, we're going to be showcasing in the next shows more of these stories that we have as part of the campaign, because most of the people that volunteer to the campaign are people that have a transformation story to share, and this is why they believe this is important. So it's fantastic to talk to Pieter.
Absolutely. And we also have a lady named Marisa who's getting involved. Super talented filmmaker. You may have seen her series on psychedelics on YouTube on the Mary Jane channel, on Snoop Dogg's channel. She's keen to get involved. She wants to start creating an alliance among all the different psychedelic organizations, and she's particularly interested in helping us organize so that, you know, if 100,000 stories come out in February, when 100,000 stories come out, this can cause a kind of boom in interest, right? And she wants to help us build a website that really provides all the right resources and safety information and everything to kind of meet this increased interest in the right way. And so she has some ideas about how to really present psychedelics to society in a safe and sensible way. And so she's going to be a completely invaluable member of the team.
Yeah, Marisa. Fantastic.
So, I mean, there's many different things going on, but John, I want to say again, thank you to everyone who's been involved in this.
Yeah.
And
See you next
we're still
week.
looking for someone
Yeah.
to help us reach out to the volunteers that sign up, because we decided we want to call every single person that signs up and talk to them and get to know them. But there are people who are signing up at a fast rate. We need someone to help us with this. So if you like talking to people, if you have time, say, at least 4 to 6 hours a week, if you're charismatic and you want to help us with this, please contact us. Right to the page.
Please join
right.
the Thank You Plant Medicine.
Thank you, Plant Medicine.
Thank you, Plant Medicine.
Have a fantastic day.
Bye. Have a great weekend.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.